Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Verdict: Rising Star Comes of Age. From Charlie XCX's Brat, released in June, to last month's Vertigo by electronic pop star Griff, the summer has been illuminated by compelling new solo albums from British women. On the evidence of her latest offering, Beabadoobee is now joining the party. The 24-year-old Philippines-born singer, real name Beatrice Laus, isn't exactly a new face. Having moved to London when she was 3, she began posting songs on YouTube in her teens. Her first album, 2020's Fake It Flowers, written in a childhood bedroom festooned with Tom Hanks posters, was derivative of 1990s rock, grunge and Britpop, but full of potential. Beabadoobee fulfills much of that youthful promise on This Is How Tomorrow Moves. Made with rock and rap producer Rick Rubin at his Shangri-La studio in Malibu, her third album shows the increasing depth of her songwriting and widens her appeal by augmenting her bracing indie rock with touches of jazz and folk. Many of the 14 tracks bear the stamp of Rubin's stripped-back approach. The producer, who has worked with the Beastie Boys, Metallica, and Johnny Cash, is known for avoiding fancy trickery and focusing instead on the studio performance, and he pushes Laus to fresh heights on songs that veer from the fierce to the fragile. It's business as usual on the opening 3 numbers. Beabadoobee's audience is mostly young and female, but there's something in her fondness for angular art rock that will also attract older fans who grew up in the 1980s and 1990s listening to American guitar bands such as the Pixies, Smashing Pumpkins, and Pavement. Those taut, twisting riffs are certainly to the fore on Take a Bite and California, while One Time features a gutsy solo. The latter is a breakup song on which she shows her maturity by refusing to apportion blame. It takes 2 people to make that mistake. Having asserted her rock credentials, she spreads her wings. Last year, she moved towards jazzier material by recording a bossa nova duet, A Night to Remember, with Iceland's Laufey. In March, she covered Broadway's show tune It's Only a Paper Moon for a TV soundtrack, and there are more forays into softer styles here. Coming Home is a lovely acoustic waltz about missing loved ones while on tour. I'd do anything just to be with you, she sings. There's also a countryish track, Ever Seen, that she says was inspired by supporting Taylor Swift last year on her Eras tour. With its fiddle and accordion, it recalls folklore period Taylor. The Man Who Left Too Soon is a shimmering track about bereavement, and Girl Song a sensitive letter to her younger self that is McCartney-like in its cascading piano chords. Let me write a song like all the songs I love to listen to, she adds on This Is How It Went. There are plenty of them here. Verdict: Motors along nicely. Given the musical connections he made as a founding member of the Rolling Stones, it's no surprise that Bill Wyman doesn't go through the motions as he covers songs by Bob Dylan, Taj Mahal, and John Prine on Drive My Car, his first solo LP for 9 years. He falls back, fondly, on his own, first-hand understanding of all 3 songwriters. The bass guitarist, now 87, has known Dylan since meeting him in Greenwich Village in the 1960s, and counted country singer Prine, who died in 2020, as a good friend. He's also known U.S. blues musician Mahal for 56 years. He was fascinated that I was a member of the Royal Horticultural Society, recalls Wyman, of their first encounter in 1968. We bonded over botany. His versions of Dylan's Thunder on the Mountain, Prine's Ain't Het Nobody and Mahal's Light Rain are certainly affectionate. He even takes the odd liberty on Thunder on the Mountain, from 2000 SIX's Modern Times, omitting Dylan's lines about Alicia Keys and replacing them with a tribute to rock and roller Jerry Lee Lewis, who died 2 years ago. Beyond acknowledging old friends, the former Stone, who returned to the band briefly last year to play on their Hackney Diamonds album, also covers Dutch bluesman Hans Theessink and adds a handful of likable, if hardly essential, originals. Singing in a husky South London whisper, he strikes a laid-back note on Sweet Baby, and carefully avoids straying into the outside lane on a swinging title track. You can drive my car, but don't drive fast, he cautions. As the Stone with the most extensive solo career, this is his 15th studio album.